Paul Widelich joining us from GAR Football here on the John Mendola Show, McCarthy Tire Service in Wilkes-Barre. And Coach, here we are, 2018 season. Could be the final one for GAR. Let's talk a little bit about the work ethic of your guys from the off season until now. You feel like you got a pretty good off season?
Yeah, you know, our kids worked tremendously hard in the off season. We got a lot accomplished during our week of heat acclimation, and you know, we're ripping and raring to go for Monday morning. Finally do some live contact drills, and you know, we'll probably have about 9 practices leading up to our tri-scrimmage down in Central Columbia against Central Columbia and Shamokin.
Andre Hajnowski down at Shamokin, of course, former coach at Redeemer down at Central Columbia. Let's talk a little bit about where you think some of the positives are this year for you, whether it's the skill positions or up front.
Right, our positives right now is that we return 4 skill kids on offense, and we return 4 skill kids defensively. They could play either defensive back, they could play outside linebacker. So we're going to be tested, and as every season goes, you know, it depends what the guys up front do. The 5 guys on offense and the 4 down linemen on defense. So it's really going to be a challenge, and we're going to have to definitely progress week by week up front, and we should be successful if that occurs.
GAR is always known for some tough kids, so you may be a little undersized up front, but talk about maybe guys buying in, just saying, hey, you know, listen, I need you at guard. I know you could be a tight end or a wing back or something, but I need you to play guard this year.
Surprisingly, we're a little bit bigger than we were last year up front. We're young up front. We have 2 guys one guy up front returning, Christian Vasquez. He'll be a junior. He played center. He can play either center or guard. And then we have a couple sophomores that are about the 240-pound, 260-pound range that are anywhere between 5'11" to 6'2", and we actually brought up 2 ninth grade linemen that would play no matter what, whether this be if we had 2 or 3 more seasons to go or not. And they're a little bit thicker kids, they're a little bit stronger kids. So that's one thing, is just getting the kids to get into the scheme of things, and you know, the little things, the fundamentals, and just your daily routine, and helping them to gel together as a unit.
Let's talk about that schedule. You know, week in and week out, a lot of challenges on it, but take us through some of the highlights.
I think you can call us a travel Wilberries. We go down, we open up with our scrimmage, we go on the road down to Central Columbia. The following Saturday we go to Susquehanna, way up past that Lenox exit. Then we open up league play with Holy Redeemer Hanover. We then, go to North Penn Mansfield, which is going to be a haul. We also travel to Western Wayne. Then we get in the meat of our schedule here at the Wyoming Valley Conference with Wyoming area, Lehman, Nanticoke, and Myers. And the league's going to be very competitive. And the big thing right now is, you know, our goals is to win our conference, win our division. Can't forget Northwest. They're always a solid coached team by Lon Hazlett, and I think they're going to be amped up this year, especially with their brand new field. They spared no expense up there. It'll be nice if you go up there, you're not playing on a muddy field anymore, and poor lighting. So the conference schedule right now, our division, that's our first goal, and we'll see what happens from there.
Let's talk a little bit about the final go-round of GAR and Myers. Going to be in the last weekend of the season, afternoon tilt.
Right.
Should be a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's a lot of planning and preparation going on. I know administratively they're trying to get some things done. I know down Mohawk Land, last year they started their first annual tailgate prior to the GAR game. I was talking to some people, and we really didn't realize how big it was until we're on the bus and we come down the street where they drop us off, and you see 50, 75 people out there having a good old time, and you knew what it was. So I know down in South Wilkes-Barre and within the administration, I know they're going to have that tailgate. They're trying to make it into maybe like an all-day festival. That's yet to be seen, but you know, our main objective here is, you know, to go out and win that last game. You know, you throw the records out. I think around here, I think it's probably one of the greatest traditions going on in all of Northeast PA. You don't see sister schools too much, and these kids that you're going to talk to, they're going to tell you a little bit about it. Last year we were underdogs. I don't think anybody gave us a snowball's chance, and a couple calls go our way. It never should have came down to last play in overtime, but again, that's just an example, throwing the records out, and our kids are amped up.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, we appreciate your time today, and we hope you have a successful 2018 season.
Thanks, John.
Noah Taylor joins us from GAR as we talk about the Grand Army of the Republic. 10th grader. Let's talk about all the positions you're going to play this year. Running back, D end or middle linebacker, depending on where they need you. How do you feel like you're going to contribute this year?
They had me at middle linebacker last year, but they needed me to make the switch to defense end, and I think I'm getting it down, and I think we're going to have a good season. I think our defense is going to be one of our main parts of our team. It's our main. We have a lot of potential there. D linemen, we have a lot bigger D linemen than last year. They're all coming together pretty well.
Let's talk about that backfield and some of the guys that will be able to carry the ball for you.
Yeah, they have myself, Tyrone Qualls, and Justice Lomas in the backfield this year. We're going to do a rotation between the three of us, and I think we're going to be all right.
You also play baseball at GAR. Talk about what position you play and what you enjoy about that sport.
Yes, I play baseball. I play third base, and I pitched a little bit this year.
Well, you're a busy guy. Key Club and also Boy Scout, working towards down the road being an Eagle Scout. Talk about how you got involved in that and why you like it.
Well, when I was out 5 maybe, I was like, I want to be a Boy Scout. All my friends were doing it, but not all of them finished out. My other friend, Cameron Taylor, he's also a Boy Scout, and we stuck through it, and working on my Eagle Scout right now. We're making a race garden at Golden River Nursing Home.
It's a big accomplishment getting to that point, so keep up the good work. Let's talk about your sister, Haley, who's a little bit older. What she's up to?
Yeah, she just had a kid last year, actually, nephew, Clayton. She just bought a house not too long ago either, and she's been a pretty big role model in my life. She was a swimmer for Redeemer.
Let's talk about you as an uncle. How you doing in that role?
Actually, it's pretty fun. I just like to spoil him pretty much, giving back to my sister.
That's awesome. Well, you enjoy English at school. You're carrying a 3.0 grade point average, so you're working there. Let's talk a little bit about what you like about being a student and how much time you put into your studies.
Well, I started out at DePaul School, and because I was dyslexic, and then I moved on to GAR this year. Last year was my first time in a bigger school. Wasn't really used to all the students, but I knew a lot of them because I played sports from 7th grade up there. So and my school didn't have a sports team, but I was in the district. So got a couple guys and came around, and I started making more friends, and I got comfortable there.
Well, you want to play football in college down the road and maybe get into marketing. You have any thoughts on that right now? Is it kind of just really wide open and see what the next 2 years brings?
Yeah, my mom is in marketing. That was good to get into, and she might be able to help me out with it.
Good. Let's talk about your mom and dad and how they support you and encourage you and obviously do whatever they could to make sure you're being successful.
My mom and my dad, they're there every game, never miss. I can't tell you the last time my parents missed a game. They're always there getting what I need for sports, and they're always just around helping me, asking if I need anything. They're always there.
The GAR-Myers rivalry is pretty darn big. What are you looking forward to this year with that?
It's the last year. I'm looking forward to hopefully beating Myers.
Yeah, no matter how the year goes, Coach Widelich kind of hit on that. That's always a game that's circled. It's the last game of the year. An afternoon affair should be pretty fun. Well, Noah, great to hear your story. We wish you the very best. Keep up the good work, and best of luck. Keep going for that Eagle Scout.
Thank you.
Tyrone Qualls joining us from GAR, the Grand Army of the Republic. And Tyrone, let's talk about your role on the team. What does Coach expect out of you this year?
He expects me to try to be a captain. I've been playing since a freshman, came up as a freshman with Malachi Williams, and he's just trying to turn me into a role model for the younger kids, because we have a lot of younger kids coming up on the team. I just try to lead them to try to do better, try to get more aggressive, get into the varsity mode.
Would you say you're a little bit more of a quiet guy? You lead by example?
No, I kind of bark sometimes because I'm kind of competitive. I don't really like losing.
You know when to turn it on the field.
Yes.
Awesome. Let's talk about your positions. Defensively and offensively, where's Coach going to have you this year?
I normally play middle linebacker since I came here in 7th grade, but they're moving me to safety this year, try to help the corners because we had like a hard problem last year trying to coverage with receivers running all over us and stuff.
A couple other sports you're involved with. Let's first talk about wrestling, what you like about it, where do you think you'll fall weight-wise this year, and how much success you think you'll have?
I've been wrestling since I was younger, and I kind of like it because I try to choose any aggressive kind of sport. I like kind of throwing kids around. I'm good at it, decent. I didn't go out this year to see 2 seniors that were better than me, but I could have went out, tried to get some competition. They could have taught me more than what I know. But I think I'll do good this year. Probably be wrestling around the 140 weight class. I weigh about 135, 140 now.
Well, you look like you're fit, so that's good. Let's talk about track and field. What events you compete in, and have you had some success in that?
I came up as a freshman on a track team. I did triple jump. I went to districts our first year, and I did kind of good. I qualified for district this year, but I didn't go because of the school thing. But I think I'll do pretty good this year. Go back to district, try to make it to states.
A guy who likes math and science, usually those people maybe go on and get some engineering or something at the next level. We'll see what you want to do. You have a thought right now about college? You're still a little young, but...
I would kind of want to go in for pre-med, do kind of doctor, work on the brain.
That's awesome. That's another good track for math and science guys. Let's talk about your dedication as a student, making sure you get the books done. How much time do you put into your studies? Or do you have a pretty good routine down?
To be honest, like my studying, once I study over it once, I have a good memory, so I remember it, and I do pretty good on tests. I'm better on tests than classwork.
What are you looking forward to with the GAR Myers football game this year?
I just want to go out with a banger. I want it to be a good game. If it could be as good as it was last year, or even better. We had a tough game last year. It was close, back and forth. But I like games like that. I like to compete. And I just wanted to go out great.
All right, well, we wish you the best of luck, Tyrone.
Thank you.
Justice Lomas joining us here on the John Mendola Show as we talk about GAR football. Let's talk about your role this year as a senior. What's Coach expecting of you?
Coach is expecting a lot because I'm a senior. He wants me to be a leader on the team, be by example. We got a lot of freshmen that just moved up, and we got a lot of juniors. So he wants all the second year and senior players to be a leader to them, to show them the best way.
Let's talk about what some older guys showed you, and now what you're hoping to show them. What are some things that you think are important about doing what you're supposed to do, showing up in practice, being consistent, all those little things?
Last year, it was my first year, and I was looking up to the older guys. They just always told me to be on time, respect the coaches, listen when they talking. Most of it was respect, though. A lot of it was respect. Being on time to practice, don't be late, give it all you got. Never slack, always be on your game, be the best you can.
Talk about your positions this year, where you're going to play on the offensive side of the ball and the defensive side of the ball.
I'm playing on everything. I'm playing on defense, offense, and special teams.
Let's talk about the couple of siblings you have. You have a brother and a sister, and what they're up to.
My sister, she's in, her name is Janaya. She's going to 10th grade. She's going to college to be a doctor. My brother, he's 19, is in college to be a lawyer.
How about you? What are you thinking you may want to do down the road here?
My plan B is in college. I'm going to college for criminal justice.
Okay. Sounds pretty cool. Let's talk about math, why you enjoy that. And
because I'm good with numbers. I just love numbers. And math, I just always have fun with it every year. Other subjects, I mean, I'm good in them, but my best subject is math. I love numbers.
Doing pretty well with a 3.5 grade point average, so keep that up. How about your outlook for this year's team? What do you think, guys? You know, obviously a bunch of summer workouts, you've had some weightlifting, but, you know, practice is going to start. What do you think you guys are capable of doing? Do you think you could have some success this year if that offensive line and defensive line comes together? Because we know there's some skill kids this year.
I mean, how we're looking now, we're getting better every practice and every day. I can see us doing way better and winning a lot of games because how we are, my team's strong. So there's a lot of freshmen though, but I think they can do, I mean, I know they can do good. And our sophomores, they played last year, they're all good, and our seniors, they're good too. So I see a lot of potential in my team.
All right, Justice, we'll have a successful season. Thank you. Malachi Williams joining us from GAR as we talk about the football this year and the final year of the Grand Army of the Republic. Junior year for you, what positions can we expect you to play?
Cornerback, safety, receiver.
Let's talk a little bit about what positions you like more, the defensive side of the ball or the
I like
offense?
the defensive side of the ball.
Who are some of the other guys in the defensive backfield back there with you, whether it's safety or the other D-back?
We have Tyrone Close, we have William Johnson, we have Justice on base.
Would you say you guys are fast,
We got,
athletic? Is there some toughness back there in the secondary as well?
we got fast and athletic.
Now, down the road, you'd like to play college football? Does it matter what kind of school you go to? You're looking far away from home, close to home? Does that matter?
I would do like a little bit close to home, just like you said.
How about your expectations this year for your team? Talk a little bit about what you think you guys are going to be able to do.
Gotta just work if you want to go far. Everybody gotta grind, stay.
How about the rivalry with Myers? What are you looking forward to with that?
The last game, we just gotta looking forward to beat them. Last year was a tough game, very close.
It was very close. So we wish you the best this year, Malachi. We appreciate your time. Go get them.
Thank you.